Today is our performance task for chapter 13. And we have been learning how to measure things in different ways. So I have some things laying out here on my floor, and I'm wondering if we start right here with this mug, how would we measure that mug? Think about it. We could measure how tall it is. If we had a stack of cubes, a 10 bar, we could count how many cubes tall it is. We could also measure its length. We could turn it sideways and see how long the mug is from the handle all the way over here to this side. Now, if I had a balance, I could put the mug inside of our balance and measure how heavy this mug is. Now this mug probably weighs a few ounces. It's made out of glass, so it's kind of heavy there. So we could measure its weight, and look, we could put some things inside of it, so we could measure how many pennies this mug would hold. So it could measure capacity. It could hold how many pennies? Probably several hundred. There's Zane, he's here with me. He wants to learn all about measuring things. I wonder how we would measure Zane. If I were to pick him up and stand on a scale, that's kind of like a balance, we would see how heavy he is. He's a heavy kitty. He's about, 13, 14 pounds. That's big for a cat. And if he stretches out, let me see if I can come over here on this side of him. He's pretty long. We could measure how long he is. I bet it would probably take maybe 5-10 bars. That would be 50 cubes long. I'm just guessing. Yeah. And if I were to measure how tall he is, I'd probably say maybe 20 cubes tall. Would we be able to measure capacity with the kitty? No, we can't pour anything on top of him. He would be really upset if we poured water on him or if we put pennies on top of him. He wouldn't like that. All right, so let's take a look at these crayons here. How would we measure the crayons? What do you think? Yeah, we could measure how tall they are. We could measure how wide they are. The length. And we could measure how heavy it is. Let me feel. I would say it's a little bit lighter than the mug. Yeah, the mug is heavier and the crayons are lighter. Would it measure capacity? Actually, look, it is holding, it's a box, so it does measure capacity. It holds how many crayons? Do you see that number on there? Yeah, 20. It holds 20 crayons. I wonder if this mug would hold 20 crayons. I might have to try it when this lesson is finished and let you know. All right, let's do one more of these items. What about the string here? Could we measure, how long this string is? It's pretty long. Yeah, that's got Zane's interest there. How about height? Not really, because it's flat on the floor, so we would not measure its height. So we would do length, not height. Now I could ball that string all up and measure how heavy it is, And it's not very heavy, but we could do it. So yes, we could measure its weight. Feels like a feather. I could barely tell it's in my hand. Now, how about capacity? Not at all, no. We cannot pour anything in this string. Yeah, Zane's gonna take it. Yeah, you can have it, Zane, I'm done with it. So let's take a look at our performance task now. And we really have to stop and think what the questions are asking us. So write your name and number, and then take a look at little green number 1. It says, you use 1 bucket to collect rainwater on Monday and a different bucket to collect rainwater on Tuesday. So here's Monday and here's Tuesday. On Monday, you collect 1 less than 7 fluid ounces of rainwater. 1 less. Okay, and that was Monday. So let's take a look at our Monday bucket, and we want to find that number that is 1 less than 7. So take a look. Did you notice how all the numbers are not on here? They're not all on here. So you need to figure out where would the 7 be? Well, let's pretend the other numbers are here. So we'd start with 1, here's 2. What would be next right here in this blank spot? 3, then 4, 5, 6. Aha, the 7 would be here in between the 6 and the 8. So what is 1 less than 7? Less. That means you go down instead of up. Our answer would be 6. Let me do that again. I kind of wrote on top of it, and I want you to be able to see. There it is. 1 less. Okay? Now, let's go back to our directions and see what's next. On Tuesday, you collect 1 more than 3 fluid ounces. 1 more than 3 of rainwater. Okay? So here's our Tuesday bucket. 1 more than 3. So here's our 3. 1, 2, 3. What's 1 more? Are we going up or are we going down? More means you're going up. The numbers are getting bigger. So 1 more would be 4. More, 4. Do you hear it? Yes, it rhymes. All right, so let's take a look what they want us to do next. Here on number 1, it says circle the number on each bucket that shows the amount of rainwater you collect. We did that. Then circle the day that you collect more rainwater. So take a look. Look at those numbers we circled. Which day did we collect more rainwater? Which number is greater? Which number is bigger? Do you see it? I hope you said Monday. Monday was the day that we collected more. Now, did you notice how they're trying to trick you? This one looks like it might have more because it looks like this number is up higher. It's taller. But if you notice, this bucket has more capacity. It's wider than this one. This one's skinny. This one is fat. So it's holding 6 fluid ounces of water. It's holding more water than this one. All right, so let's go back to our directions. We know Monday was the day we collected more water. All right. Little green fish number 2. Draw a bucket for Wednesday that is taller and holds more water than Monday's bucket. Taller and holds more. All right. Now I noticed these buckets are the same height, aren't they? And they're telling us we need to make a bucket that's taller. So I'm going to go up higher. Taller means go up. So I'm going to start right here with the top of my bucket. See how I'm almost to the top up here? Yeah. So it's taller, and they want it to be wider. I think I'm going to make it go from side to side because I want to make sure it's wider. Okay. And there it's sitting on the ground. All right. Now let's double check our answer. Let's double check. We were here on little green fish number 2. It says draw a bucket for Wednesday that is taller and holds more than Monday's bucket. So is it taller? Yes. Is it wider? Yes. So it will hold more water. All right. Take a look at number 3. The amount of rainwater you collect on Wednesday is the same as the amount you collect in all on Monday and Tuesday. Okay? So the amount of rainwater we collect in our bucket is the same as both Monday and Tuesday together. Monday and Tuesday together. So we need to write an addition sentence to tell how much rainwater is in this bucket. Because right now we don't know. Look, it's blank. Okay, so what is that addition sentence we need to write? You see it? So what's our first number for Monday? 6 fluid ounces. What's our number for Tuesday? 4 fluid ounces. And what kind of a sentence are we writing? What symbol do we make for an addition sentence? I hope you said add. How do we make an add sign, a plus sign? Looks like a little cross. And that means these two numbers are going to go together. We're going to have a bigger number here. Equals, trace that equal sign. What's our answer? How much water is this taller and wider bucket holding? Okay, if you don't know, use your pennies as your counters and count out 6 plus 4 more, or make your dots, or use your fingers. You use what works for you. Okay, did you figure it out? Okay, I'm going to use my dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 4 more. 3, 4. Now let's count them all up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, is it okay if I put the 0 in front, if I put it first? No. No, then we'd have a different number. We'd have the number 1 if we had our remote for our TV. We wouldn't want channel 1, we want channel 10. So it's important that you put the 1 first. All right, you did a wonderful job. Now we have a really fun game to play over here. This is called Measurement Boss. Okay, and you remember we are talking about the different ways that we can measure things. So you should have a sheet that looks like this. And do you see what I did? I color coded it. I used my green ones here. These 6 cards are the cards that I'm going to use for length, how long something is. The cards down here, I'm using my red crayon, and it's for weight, how heavy something is, okay? And my yellow cards here are for capacity, how much it might hold, okay? How much water, or how many pennies, or how many crayons, how much it might hold. Okay, and here are my purple cards I'm using for height, how tall something is. So you need to color your cards before you cut them out. Your green, your red, or you can call it pink, your yellow, and your purple. All right, then once you have them color coded, you're going to cut them out, and I'm going to put the same dots on the back. You see how I have them all cut out? And these are my purple ones. Those are my height. Here are my yellow ones. Those are my capacity. Here are my pink, or you can call them red, my red ones. Those are weight. And here are my green ones. Those are my length cards. And you see how I have them sorted on my floor here? Okay. So you get yours just like mine. You have them color-coded, you have them cut out neatly, and then you get a buddy to play with you. Now, you and your buddy are going to decide which group you're going to start with. I don't care which group. Of course, you know I'm going to start with purple. Yeah, purple's the best color, isn't it? All right. So I'm going to pick a card. I'm not going to look first. I'm going to pick a card. I'm going to put it over here, and I'm going to flip it over. And then my friend, whoever I'm playing with, is going to pick a card, and they're going to put it over here. All right? And you remember the purple cards are the ones that we're measuring height. Okay? So who has the object that is taller? Here was mine. I had St. Mark's School. Here's Mrs. Daniel. She had the chair. Which one is taller? You're right. I had the taller one. So I'm going to collect both cards, and I'm going to put them up here on my side. All right. So let's see. Now I'm going to play with Ezra. All right, Ezra, we are going to pick a yellow card, and it's capacity. So Ezra, here's your card. Okay. Let's see, it's a mug. All right, there you are. And then I have a spoon. I have a spoon. Here's a mug, and here's a spoon. So Ezra, you have the mug. I have the spoon. Whose object holds the most? Who has the bigger capacity? Yes, you're right. Ezra, you have the bigger capacity. So now you have both cards. All right, you see how we're playing? So let's see. How about you, Brianna? Let's do the pink ones. Okay, you remember the pink ones? Or how heavy something is. So let me see. I have a motorcycle. And Brianna, you have an airplane, a jet. Okay. Whose item is heavier? Okay. Whose item is heavier? I have a motorcycle. Brianna has a jet, an airplane. And we're pretending these are real. Okay. Whose is heavier? Yeah, you're right. Brianna has the heavier item. You see that? So they go right here with Ezra's cards and Mrs. Daniel. You guys are all on team together. So you see who has the most cards so far? Yeah, Mrs. Daniel, Brianna, and Ezra. I just have 2 cards. Okay? And you keep playing. If you don't have a buddy to play with, name some of your friends like I'm doing. Yeah. So maybe Sam and I might play next, or Jameson and I might play next with the green cards. And those green cards are length. Okay? When you get all done and all the cards are gone and you have them sorted on your measurement boss sheet, then count your cards. See who won. Does it matter who wins? No. What matters is that you're having fun. If we had our more and less spinner, we would spin that and we could tell, well, the person who has fewer cards, less, might be the winner this time. Or we spin our more and less spinner and the person who has the most cards could be the winner. Yeah, it's just fun to play. All right. When you get finished playing, don't throw these cards away. Get a baggie. Okay, see how I put measurement boss on there? Can you see the words that I wrote, chapter 13? Because I want to play over and over. Maybe tomorrow I might play with Kristen. Or I might play with, who else could I play with? Addie? I could play with you, couldn't I? Yeah, or Decem. Who wants to play with me? Yeah. All right, have a lot of fun, guys.